Alright, this is part 2 of the review. I didn't quite get through the first page with that first video, um, but we are on number 4. So number 4 says write the parabola in transformational form. Transformational is just standard form. Since it's a parabola, it's either going to be x minus h squared is equal to 4p times y minus k, or y minus k squared is equal to 4p times x minus h. So unfortunately though, the first one isn't even a parabola, and we know this because we have an equation in the form of 4x squared minus 3y squared plus 8x plus 16 is equal to 0. It can't be a parabola because we have two squared terms. So we're still going to put it in standard form by completing the square. So we got 4x squared plus 8x. I'm just regrouping. Minus 3y squared is equal to negative 16. Pull the 4 out of these first two terms. So we got 4 times x squared plus 2x. We're going to go ahead and add 2 over 2 squared. That's my completing the square step. Minus 3y squared is equal to negative 16. And we're going to add 4 times 2 over 2 squared to that because we had the 4 and the negative 2 and the 2 over 2 squared there. So this becomes 4 times x plus 1 quantity squared minus 3 y squared equals, let's see, 2 over 2 squared is 1, 1 times 4 is 4, negative 16 plus 4 is negative 12. We want this to be equal to 1, so we're going to divide everything by negative 12. And this term is going to go in the front because that's going to become positive. So I get y squared over 4 when I reduce that minus x plus 1 squared over 3 is equal to 1. And that is my transformational form of, it's not a parabola, it is a hyperbola. Okay. Part B. So part B is x squared minus 4x plus 8y plus 36 is equal to 0. Again, I'm going to complete the square on these guys, so I get x squared minus 4x plus negative 4 over 2 squared plus 8y plus 36 is equal to negative 4 over 2 squared because we have to add that to both sides. So this guy becomes x minus 2 squared plus 8y plus 36 is equal to, see, that's negative 2 squared, so that's going to be 4. I need to move both of these terms to the other side to get the squared term by itself. So x minus 2 squared is equal to negative 8y, and 4 minus 36 is negative 32. I can factor out a negative 8 from both of those, so I get x minus 2 squared is equal to negative 8 times y plus 4, and that is transformational form of a parabola. All right, the next problem, number 5, write the ellipse in standard form. That's actually 5 through 7 are all kind of the same thing. 5 is an ellipse, so we're looking at 3x squared plus 9y squared minus 12x plus 18y minus 4 is equal to 0. Again, complete the square. So first I'm going to get my x's lined up. 3x squared minus 12x plus 9y squared plus 18y. And I'm going to go ahead and move that 4. So it's equal to 4. Pull the 3 out. So x squared minus 4x. add my extra term, negative 4 over 2 squared. I'll pull my 9 out of these. Y squared plus 2y plus 2 over 2 squared is equal to 4 plus 3 times negative 4 over 2 squared plus 9 times 2 over 2 squared. Keep going. 3 times x minus 2 squared plus 9 times y plus 1 squared is equal to, obviously that's a 4. This is 3 times 4, and this is 9 times 1. So we got 4 plus 12 plus 9. That's 16 plus 9, that's 25. Divide everything by 25, and again, I'm pretty sure there was a typo in here somewhere. But we get 3 times x minus 2 squared over 25 plus 9 times y plus 1 squared over 25 is equal to 1. I would personally say leave it like this. If you want to, just so that there's no other numbers up here, no coefficients. Remember, we can divide by those. They can go back to the bottom. I think we did an example like that in class where it was actually at the bottom. We had to move it up to the top. You get 25 thirds plus y plus 1 squared over 25 ninths. That's equal to 1. Either one of those would be acceptable as far as I'm concerned. All right, number 6. 6a, x squared plus y squared minus 12x plus 6y plus 20 is equal to 0. Again, more completing the square. X squared minus 12x plus y squared plus 6y is equal to negative 20. I'm going to get x squared minus 12x. We're going to add negative 12 over 2 squared plus y squared plus 6y plus 6 over 2 squared is equal to negative 20 plus negative 12 over 2 squared plus 6 over 2 squared. So that gives me x minus 6 squared plus y plus 3 squared, and that's equal to, let's see, this is going to be 36. This is going to be 9. So 36 take away 20 is 16. 16 plus 9 is 25. Divide everything by 25 because we have to equal 1. And I get x minus 6 squared plus y plus 3 squared is equal to 1. 6b, x squared plus y squared minus 10x minus 6y plus 25 is equal to 0. X squared minus 10x plus y squared minus 6y is equal to negative 25. If you haven't figured it out yet, you probably need to make sure you know how to do completing the square. X squared minus 10x plus negative 10 over 2 squared plus y squared minus 6y plus negative 6 over 2 squared is equal to negative 25 plus negative 10 over 2 squared plus negative 6 over 2 squared. This becomes x minus 5 squared. This becomes y minus 3 squared is equal to negative 25 plus 25 plus 9. Those are going to go away. So we're just left with a 9. Actually, I'll go ahead and do that. We just have a 9. Divide everything by 9. So x minus 5 squared over 9 plus y minus 3 squared over 9 equal to 1. And because I wasn't paying attention, shouldn't have done any of that. It's a circle. So for a circle, we don't need to divide by 1. So we can stop right there. If I go back to the one above it, again, I could have stopped. I should have stopped right there. Okay, so those are circles. Circles, remember, this is r squared. That's your radius of the circle, so we want to leave it there. Okay. All right. Number 7. This is a hyperbola. 9x squared minus y squared plus 54x plus 10y plus 55 is equal to 0. Again, complete the square. 9x squared plus 54x minus y squared plus 10y is equal to negative 55. Plot the 9. So 9 times x squared plus 6x plus 6 over 2 squared. Gotta plot the negative 1. I'm left with y squared minus 10y plus negative 10 over 2 squared with the negative 55 plus 9 times 6 over 2 squared plus negative 1 times negative 10 over 2 squared. So 9 times x plus 3 squared minus y minus 5 squared is equal to negative 55. This is an 81, and this is a negative 25. So negative 55 plus 81 minus 25 is equal to 1. And that's done. Or, if we don't like that 9, again, x plus 3 squared over 1/9 minus y minus 5 squared over 1 equals 1. Let's move the 9 from the top to the bottom of a secondary fraction. Okay, this is where I'm going to stop this one, and then we'll finish it up on part 3.